afternoon and happy Wednesday. How was that?
Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, man. After last night, we got a lot to talk about.
What do you mean? It was a wonderful debate. Two
Oh,
very eloquent speakers just having a nice, kind discourse
there was
between one
a
another.
debate.
I don't think they debated anything, did they? They both just said that the other one was an asshole. That's all I got out of it. You're an asshole. No, you're an asshole.
Yeah, it was something that we have to get into at some point.
Right.
Hello, just popped up in my feed. Well, that's good. Welcome to the show, Amy.
Hello, Amy.
I did not watch. Seen too many over the years. Yeah, I've seen a lot over the years too. I don't know. That was one of my favorites, to be honest with you.
It was or was not?
Was not or was. I don't know. I have to think about it for a little bit. But first things first. I know it's a long thing that we're about to do here, and I apologize, Chris, to you.
Okay.
But to me, today is a lot more than just the stupid debate or
Sure.
hands-on Watson, who apparently decided to not only, I don't know, get cranked out by some massage therapist, but this time seemed to have taken it a step further than that.
Right.
So we'll talk about that as well in a little bit. But today is a lot more important to me. I think that a lot of people forget. I think a lot of schools don't teach it the way that they should. I think there's a handful of this generation that's being raised today that don't know what D-Day is, that don't know when World War II started.
Yeah.
I don't think they have their history in line even a little bit. And I think that when you consider the fact that 9/11 is, 23 years ago,
Yeah.
there is, again, a portion of this young generation growing up that aren't being taught what they should be being taught. And they weren't around to see it like we were. And I think that it needs to be.
It is weird now because it's so ingrained in our heads. You know what I mean? I mean, like I'm sure you know exactly where you were when the first tower got hit and the second tower got hit and they fell and right. You were out. See, I was working over at Jones Day, right, and it was the weirdest experience because right across the street on one side of Jones Day, Federal Building. On the other side, the back side of Jones Day, was the airport, the small airport that we have there. And they started evacuating everything except our building. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die in here.
Well, they evacuated Tower City. That's where MMS was at the time, was Tower
Right.
City, as you well know. And but I was doing the morning show then.
Right.
And I was on with a guy whose brother is actually a cop in New York, stationed at the base of the World Trade Center.
Oh, wow.
Now, I mean, no offense to Amy, but she's going to sit there and say, controlled demolition. Okay, if you're one of those people, I mean, I feel bad for you.
The thermite paint.
I mean, thousands of people died. If you want to be a fool and you want to say stuff like that, then that's on you, not on me.
How about we say that tomorrow? How about that?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what you can do. I mean, well, I saw what I saw. Like I said, I had a guy whose brother was a cop there, and he knows what happened there. He was there. He was at the base of the building.
Sure.
He saw everything happen firsthand. So those kind of things. I mean, literally, I'm on, of course, with Bob France every day, 14:20, 9 to noon. And Bob today banned 2 people from the show for having that take. In fact, there was a commercial talking about a church that says if you are 9/11 truthers, what they call themselves, I call them idiots. He said, don't play that commercial ever again. Don't play it. And that guy's not going to be booked on the show anymore. We're not going to put up with this kind of garbage. The guy called in, was talking about, not allowed back on the show. Because it's garbage. I mean, it is. I mean, thousands of people died. If that's what you want to talk about, then find someone else to talk about. Not going to be talked about here. I think that it should be remembered, and I'm going to play something that I put together for the radio show today. And I appreciate you putting it together for the show.
Sure.
It's a little long, but I think that it needs to be played on a day like today. Well, it needs to be played today, no doubt. Because I think there's too many people out there like Amy who don't remember the reality of the situations that happened on that day. So I'm going to play it. You mind?
Yeah, go.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger.
American 11, are you trying to call?
The cockpit is not answering their phone. Our number 1 has been staffed and our 5 has been staffed.
Hey, I'm going to call from Washington. I am in a situation with American 11, a possible hijack.
What's going on, Betty? The aircraft is erratic again. Problem, very erratic. Betty, talk to me. Betty, are you there? Betty? Betty?
A plane just exploded right there.
What?
737.
Hey, what?
The World Trade Center.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
United 175, New York. We have some problems over here right now. We might have a hijack over here, 2 of them.
Jules, this is Ryan. Lives on an airplane that's been hijacked. If things don't go well, and it's not looking good, I just want you to know I absolutely love you. I want you to do good. So happy to find. Same to my parents and everybody. And I just totally love you, and I'll see you later, sir. Bye, babe.
What are those people going to do? All the elevators are blocked out.
What the hell is going on?
Oh my God. So both towers are now.
Okay, I got an aircraft 6 miles east of the White House.
Crystal City, just north of Crystal City.
Just to the north of your town.
Yeah, stop all departures.
Pentagon just got hit. Don't say that. Damn, I can't even protect my NCA. I'm on the 106th floor of the World Trade Center. We just had an explosion.
There's a fire back there. I love you, too. I love you. I don't know if I'm going to be okay, but I love you so much.
Mom, it's Steven. My building got hit by a plane, and right now it's, I think I'm okay, I'm safe now, but it's smoky. I just want to say how much I love you.
I just wanted to let you know I love you, and I'm stuck in this building in New York. There's lots of smoke, and we just wanted you to know that I love you always.
Hey Mom, it's Brad. Just wanted to call and let you know, I'm sure that you heard that a plane crashed into World Trade Center 1. We're fine, we're in World Trade Center 2. I'm obviously alive and well over here, but obviously a pretty scary experience. I saw a guy fall out of probably the 91st story all the way down. So, you're welcome to give a call here. I think we'll be here all day, but give me a call back later. Love you.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody's stabbed in business class, and I think there's mace that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
I just dropped 800 feet in like one sweep. That's another situation. What kind of airplane is that? Can you guys tell? I don't know. I'll read it out in a minute.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our reps that the pilot, everyone's been stabbed.
United 93. I got them, please sit down. Keep remaining sitting. We have a ball board. Nobody move. Everything will be okay. If you try to make any move, you'll endanger yourself and the airplane. Just stay quiet.
All right, Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
and we need you guys to, we need someone to scramble some F-16s or something up there to help us out.
Is this real world or exercise?
No, this is not an exercise manifest.
A lot of smoke in lower Manhattan.
Another one just hit the building. Wow. Wow, another one hit it hard. Another one just hit the World Trade. The whole building just came apart.
Minnesota's Tower, I have an active air defense scramble, F-15s, climbing to flight level 2900.
All aircraft on the ground for a national emergency.
The region commander has declared that we can shoot down aircraft that do not respond to our direction. Copy that? You read that from the Vice President, right? Vice President has cleared.
United 9-3, have you got information on that yet?
Yeah, he's down.
He's down?
Yes.
When did he land? Because we have confirmation.
He did not land.
Oh, he's down?
Yes,
Down?
somewhere up northeast of Camp David.
Holy Mother's God. Thank you, John 5. Good morning. Have a good day. I'm on the 83rd floor. At the World Trade Center. Someone having difficulty breathing on the 83rd floor. Okay, ma'am. How you doing? Are they going to be able to get somebody up here? Well, of course, ma'am. We're coming up to you. Well, there's no one here yet, and the floor is completely engulfed. We're on the floor, and we can't breathe. Okay. And it's very, very, very hot. Are the lights still on? The lights are on, but it's very hot. Ma'am, very hot. We're all the way on the other side of Liberty, and it's very, very hot. And it's very hot there, but no fire, right? I can't see. No, it's too high. Very hot. No fire for now, and no smoke, right? No smoke, right? Of course there's smoke. Ma'am, you have to stay calm. There is smoke. I can't breathe. Okay, you stay calm with me, okay? I understand. I think there is fire because it's very hot. Okay. It's very hot everywhere on the floor. Okay. I know you don't see it, and I know, but I'm going to document. I'm documenting what you say, okay? Hold on 1 second, please. I'm going to die, aren't I? No. I'm going to die. Ma'am, say your prayers.
I want you all to know that America today is on bended knee in prayer for the people whose lives were lost here, for the workers who work here, for the families who mourn. This nation stands with the good people of New York City and New Jersey and Connecticut as we mourn the loss of thousands of our citizens. I can hear you. I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
On a day when buildings fell, heroes rose. Pentagon employees ran into smoke-filled corridors to guide their friends to safety. Firefighters rushed up the stairs of the World Trade Center as the towers neared collapse. Passengers aboard Flight 93 charged the cockpit and laid down their lives to spare countless others. One of the worst days in America's history saw some of the bravest acts in America's history. We'll always honor the heroes of 9/11, and here at this hallowed place we pledge that we will never forget their sacrifice. We also honor those who raised their hands and made the noble decision to defend our nation in a time of war. We can be optimistic about the future because we've seen the character and courage of those who defend liberty. We have been privileged to live amongst those who have volunteered to spread the foundation of peace and justice, which is freedom.
Amy was on there earlier, and she heard George Bush and left. And, fine. Good. I hope she doesn't come back. I'm not saying George Bush was the greatest president we ever had, but in a time that this country needed somebody, I felt like he stepped up at least a little bit. He was still a fool. But I couldn't imagine Kamala Harris doing anything in a situation like that.
Cackling about it. Oh, the buildings went down.
I mean, that dumb broad compared 9/11 to January 6th.
Yeah.
For that alone, she shouldn't be elected.
I agree with
For that alone, she should be kicked out of the fucking country, in my opinion. I mean,
let me make a harsh statement here, and if it's too much, just say shut the fuck up. Is there a part of you? There is a part of me. I will start by saying there's 100% a part of me that thinks this. While I would never want to see 3,000 innocent people killed again, is there not a part of you that somehow wishes we could have another 9/11 type of a scenario so that we could flush out all the bullshit that we're living through today and come back together as a unified front for something? You see what I'm saying with that?
Yeah.
It's a hard point. It's a very hard point because you don't want to say, yeah, I wish people would get killed. And it was awful. But there's no denying there was no partisan politics or anything on 9/12.
No, there wasn't. And
we were all together.
For a while after that, we were together.
Yeah.
And so I talked about this not that long ago with somebody saying, I think it will take a national tragedy to bring us together, whether it's a war that actually involves us or something like this to happen where we can put aside all this garbage. Because right now, I mean, it is more divided than ever. I lost more friends last night on Facebook again and on social media because of this garbage. I hate to say it, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's an awful thing to say, but at the same time, it is an absolute thing to say. The question is, what would it take? I don't think 3,000 people dying now would be enough.
Like Scott says, it's too late. We wouldn't come together. I think even in a scenario like that today, I think we'd still have people on both sides yelling and screaming it's the other person's fault.
Well, look at the whole Israel thing.
We're a different country now, dude.
Yeah.
We're a country back then when this happened and before this happened where everybody would stand at the football game or baseball game for the national anthem and you'd be proud of America, man. There'd be flags flying and people would be proud. Now there's not.
No, there's nothing.
Now at the NFL games, they play a black national anthem and then the American national anthem.
Right.
Because somebody's trying to divide everybody. I don't know why. Well, for votes they are. But we're so divided that I don't think that even a tragedy like 9/11 could bring us back together. I'm not sure. I don't know. Because, if it happened today, somebody would be saying it was Trump's fault. And the other people would be saying it's Biden's fault or Harris's fault. I don't think we could do it.
And there'd be a lot more from minute one Alex Jones theories.
Oh, yeah. Like Amy there?
Yeah. I mean, Lord knows I'm all up for a good conspiracy theory. And I've watched everything that there is out there about 9/11. In fact, I interviewed the guy that made the Loose Change movies at one point. So I'm all for a good conspiracy theory.
Right.
In its time, if you would have come out on 9/12 and said, George Bush blew up the buildings, people would have tarred and feathered you. Yeah. You would have. It took a while before that could come in, but now I honestly think that before the fire was put out, you would have 4 million videos on Rumble and BitChute saying about, see, it's another inside job, just like 9/11. That's what would happen.
We have the option to end the division right now ourselves without a tragedy like 9/11. People just refuse to do it. They'd rather be right about their political choice. What option is there, John? Tell me what the option is.
I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying.
What
he's saying is you don't have to pick a side and dig a deep hole to support it. John's a moderate. John is an absolute moderate. He's never going to be like, well, Trump's right and Kamala's wrong, or Kamala's right and Trump's wrong. He's just like just stay out of my fucking face guy. I'm the same as John, really.
I get that.
I'm very much that way, but
that's not an option to bring everybody together. It's not.
Well, the option is to not cheerlead any of these fucks, to treat them all like the shitheads that they are, which we don't do. We should absolutely hold all of these guys accountable. I know we'll get into the debate in a little while, but just as an example, both sides told some lies last night, and we should hold both sides accountable for those lies last night. We absolutely should hold both sides. We should say Donald Trump, you can't say this, and we should say Cackler, you can't say that. Now, admittedly, I know the Cackler had a lot more lies, because Lord knows me and you both were about to throw our TVs out the window at one point. But
yeah, I put
you see what I'm saying, though, right? We should hold them all accountable
Absolutely.
for everything out of their stupid faces.
I put the link down there because I see DJ Greg Mack is listening and John is listening, or anybody. You're welcome to join the conversation if you'd like.
Absolutely.
So there's the link if you want to copy and paste it and join. More than happy to have you give your 2 cents today. But I am kind of like you. I'm a very, very much so a conspiracy guy about a lot of different things. I truly believe that Kamala Harris was given those questions in advance last night before that, because she's not smart enough to even know what day it is, much less know what was coming up last night. And she did everything she could to trigger Trump.
Well, that was the game plan.
Now, one person. Do you ever watch Gutfeld on Fox?
I don't watch Fox.
So Gutfeld is like, now he actually...
I know who he is, but
he's overtaken a lot of the mainstream
late
night talk shows like Colbert and all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a woman on there, Kat Timpf, and I think she's way hot. She always wears short skirts and tight outfits and stuff. But anyways, she posted a picture of Kamala and her earring and showing that it could be there's something in there like a...
Yeah, I saw that today.
And so, I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy guy. Yeah. Do I think she did that? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have any proof of it, so I'm not going to say that she did or she didn't. But last night was a joke. But I want to thank everybody for listening to that. I know it was 9 minutes of 9/11
of horror.
And some of it is tough to listen to. Believe me, when I was putting that together, there were tears shed by myself sitting there listening to a lot of these different things, and a lot of it that didn't make it into that 9.5 minutes of stuff. And it's tough to listen to even to this day. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Kamala earring. That could be a micro or a receiving device.
It could absolutely be.
Anyway. Yeah,
dude. I mean, so I'm a big conspiracy guy too. Is my point, but I never would ever think that, go as far as to say that 9/11 was a conspiracy. Tell that to some of those guys that are cops down there, and see how they feel about it. I know.
Yeah.
My guy who was working at the base there, my friend's brother, we had him on. We got in trouble because we put him on the air, and at MMS we didn't have a dump button there. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, sure.
There was no dump button. And so when he was on, there was no stopping people. And so we asked him, and, emotions were raw, man. This was like the day or two after shit happened. And he goes, it's those fucking towel heads. And that went live out over the air. Right. I was like, oh, my God. But it was so emotional and so real. And
I think the FCC kind of closed their ears to it a little bit for about a week or so.
Yeah. But
yeah, dude, I mean, it was so, it's hard to explain it to the kids today because they have nothing. They don't do anything. So to them, this might be the equivalent of that Concord game not selling any copies and getting shut down by Sony. It literally doesn't have the transitive value of like us, living it, seeing it. I mean, I remember being at Jones Day and every single attorney on the floor went into one little conference room that had a TV. And we were all jammed into this room watching the towers fall and just horrified and calling, I can remember my wife calling me and she was like, I'm going to get the kids. I was like, they're not going to let you take the kids out of school. And I was trying to tell her that they won't let her. And she was like screaming and crying. And, everybody was freaked the fuck out, like in a big way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Oh, and it just, there's nothing to share, even with what you just played. All of that is horrible, and you, me, and probably most of the people listening can picture exactly where we were when we heard those phone calls, or phone calls exactly like those phone calls. We remember it because we lived it. These kids today, they don't know that. They don't know that that's any different than a Saw movie.
Right. We got evacuated from Tower City, and we were sent over to Independence, where our studios were still being built.
Sure.
TAM was up and running, and so they were able to, broadcast, and they went national anyways, and so we took their signal and went, for days with that. But I remember when we were finally allowed back into Tower City, we weren't actually allowed back in Tower City. Like, Tower City wasn't open, but we were, a select few of us who actually worked there were allowed to go in and broadcast and stuff. And it was a crazy time.
It was.
I see our boy is on here, so
bring him in.
Where were you, John, when 9/11 happened?
I was at work, and yeah, actually, I'm doing my nerd podcast tonight. We're actually taking off and doing nerd stuff to talk about this. Seth, I'm 100% with you. It needs to be remembered. I spent the entire morning with one earbud in listening to the remembrance ceremony from, the memory pool or whatever it's called. And yeah, I was at work, and I remember I was working in a call center. It was kind of funny because they didn't care if we slept at our desk as long as we didn't miss calls. So it was like, 8:30 in the morning or whatever the first impact was. And I was napping. I heard somebody go, "Oh my God, a plane hit the Trade Center." And I went, "What kind of a dummy flies a little single engine prop plane into
a?" That's what we thought.
Yeah. And then what was it half hour later, 20 minutes later, another one. And they said, "Oh, another plane hit." And I said, "Man, what are the odds of that? Two little planes like that." And somebody said, No, they're jumbo jets. And I went, "Oh, that's a problem."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when we were watching the TV because, like you, we thought it was just a single engine. Some douchebag was hammered or lost control or got sick or something behind them, and rammed a plane into the building accidentally. And so we were just watching it on TV. And as we're watching it, that other plane went into it. And I remember the guy I was doing the show with just looked at the TV, got on the mic, and said, "America, we are under attack."
Yep.
And it hit you real at that point. We're like, "Holy shit, we are."
Well, and the first thing, we didn't get to see anything because, it was, I think it was probably about a half hour after the second impact. The owner of the company I was working for came over. He never addressed the whole company, and he went over the PA, said, "Everybody go home, we're closing." And so, I'll never forget. I was working with my brother AJ at the time. We were walking out in the parking lot, and my dad called us and said, "Oh, we're going to war. You guys are getting drafted." Because I was 25, he was 22, and so he was sure that everything was over. And man, when we got home and saw the footage, of course, we're listening to you. That day, actually, I was listening to TAM on the way home, and when I saw the I knew it was going on. But when you see the footage, you knew that the buildings had collapsed at that point, and it was just the scope of what had happened was just so. I mean, to this day, I've all the clips you just played, which, by the way, again, you did an awesome job with that clip, Seth. You really did. And but I mean, I've read a bunch of books and documentaries and all the audio of the firefighters and everything, and it's still so vivid in my mind, where I was and what I felt, and just it always comes back when you see it because it's just the sheer size of the human tragedy is just staggering.
I remember I actually went to where now they have the pool and everything else, but I went when. It wasn't that long after it had happened, and I was able to go to New York City. I had an interview at Howard Stern's station, whatever, and so I went over to Ground Zero, and there was still steel all over the place, and there's still dust even on some of the buildings, and we were able to walk around some of that area, and you thought about the thousands of people that died right where you were standing, and you can't help but get emotional. Then I couldn't help but get mad because Americans just sometimes suck. There were people outside, selling photograph books of the tragedy and trying to make a buck off the fucking thing.
Right. People taking selfies. That bugged me when they would show people while they were still digging. They were still digging, and they would show people coming up and and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I mean, I'm standing there as an American knowing what happened, and I was literally in tears standing on that site, and I have some jackass coming up and trying to sell me a picture book.
Yep.
And so as much as we were all together back in those days, we still were kind of scummy, shitty Americans at times.
Yeah. We were there March of 2003, so it was like, a year and a half after.
Yeah.
And it was cleaned up, but it was just the holes in the ground, but it, and we had that same thing, and I was like, man, are you kidding me? And they had a wall that went along one complete side, and people had just put up pictures of their loved ones. And I'll never forget, there was like one of this little boy, and it's, the mom had just said, all he did was go to school that day. And then, like you said, you've got, people selling books. But the one thing that hit me is that I don't think you can really appreciate the size of it until you're there, because the one thing that I noticed was across the street from the Trade Center towers, there's a building that's, I believe, like 65 stories tall or something. And when you turn around and look at that and you go, oh my God, that building is enormous. And then you think there were two buildings that were, about 40% taller than that on the other side of the street. Where could all that go? When you realize what had to come down and where it went. And I mean, it's just like when you physically see it, it is just unbelievable. And, we talked to some police officers that were there that lost friends. And we talked to a guy it was his street corner, where the Trade Center was. And he said that he and his wife had gotten married, and she worked in the 101st floor, one of the very top floors. And they were supposed to come back from their honeymoon on September 10th and go back to work the morning of the 11th. And he said they had decided they were having such a good time, they're going to spend one extra day in wherever they were. And I know. I mean, when you hear things like that and you see it and you're there, that's why I completely agree with you guys. The conspiracy theory shit is absolutely, not only is it infuriating and ignorant, but it's offensive. And I'm almost impossible to offend. But it is ridiculous that people can look at that as anything other than it was. And it's crazy. I mean, I actually, it was, very poignant today, because I haven't been, to New York City in a while, but of all days, I bought tickets to a concert at Radio City Music Hall this morning, and I'll be going. I've always wanted to see the 9/11 museum, and I haven't been, so I'll be going there and doing whatever the biggest, most expensive tour they have and all that kind of stuff. Because, and most importantly, I just want to go and show respect. So,
amen. I mean, my daughter was in New York this past year, and I know it was important for her to go see that kind of stuff, because again, I don't think the kids of today are being taught the way that they should be about 9/11. And I think it's important for the younger generation to see and remember exactly what happened that day, man. I mean, it's.
Have either of you gone over to the Flight 93
no
museum? It's like a walkthrough.
Yeah.
The memorial. That's something you should do if you have not done it. I did it when I first was building the pinball place, because it's not too far away. So I took a day and I went over there, and that's, and that's just a totally different experience than seeing New York. To see it kind of out, you really realize how fortunate, if you could say fortunate, of a plane crashing and killing 200 or 300 people, whatever it was. If you could say it's fortunate, when you actually go out there and you realize when you see New York, I guess, and the damage that was done, and then you see the 93 memorial, it really showcases just how lucky in a way we came that the White House wasn't hit instead by this plane. Because, man, the whole world, as bad as 9/11 was, think about if this one plane would have got another 150 miles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We would be in a different place, because we would have lost more than likely a president, not a president, but we would have lost cabinet people or Congress people or whatever, which would have set a totally different precedent. We'd be talking more about that, I think, than we do New York.
Could be. I mean, think about the symbol of our nation, basically, to the rest of the world.
That's what I'm saying.
A smoking hole in the ground.
Yeah.
What message does that send? You know? And the Shanksville thing, to me, I'm glad you brought that up, because I definitely obviously want to go see that. I think that one, Chris, is a perfect example of why the conspiracy theory thing is so offensive, because could you imagine being in that plane and being like, okay, well, here's these terrorists with box cutters. We know that they've already ran, planes into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Basically, we're going to go up there and try and stop these assholes. And we're basically, we know we're going to die, but we're going to talk about, not being hyperbolic, make the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there, I think is, the symbol of American spirit right there. And just bravery and heroism. They're words that get used, a little too flippantly sometimes, but
honestly, they're becoming more appropriate now with the lack of it that we have now.
Yeah, no. I was going to say that.
There's no heroes now. I mean, who's our heroes now? Dave fucking Grohl. Get out of here. We don't have any heroes anymore.
Right. Yeah. No, and you're completely right. It's just, to think about what it would have been. I mean, think of the White House, and you looking like the Pentagon did, only worse because it's a smaller building. So who knows what would happen, but there's a lot less to destroy there. It just the picture that would present to the rest of the world would just be unbelievable. And
back then, I don't know what I would have done. Being on a plane like that, I would have been terrified off my ass. But I know today, and the way I feel about this country now, and the way that I miss it being what it was, I'd be one of the first ones, one leg and all, trying to attack a fucking terrorist taking over a plane.
I think you make a good point there too, Seth, because in today's world, man, if I see somebody tying their shoe the wrong way on a plane, I'm punching them in the face.
Right.
Yeah.
I just am. I don't care. If I get arrested for it, so what? At least I'll be arrested on the ground. I'm fine with that. But back then, I can remember being on planes and people shouting at each other. And, I remember distinctly on one of my military flights where a lady got up and smacked the shit out of a guy. Just started beating the shit out of this guy on a plane. This is before 9/11. And I mean, no one did a damn thing. Everybody did this number. The whole looking away and not getting up. You were kind of trained prior to 9/11. Mind your business, stay out of the way, let the flight attendants handle it. Everything will be fine. You never thought about. I can't imagine how these guys snapped into, what can we break somebody's face with? Oh, here's a coffee pot. Oh, here's a plastic fork that I can jam in someone's eye.
Yeah.
To come up with that on the fly in a situation in under a half hour, that's really unfathomable, especially when you think about the way things were then. The flying was a safe thing. There was no thought of... Honestly, we've had hijackings in the past, but nobody ever thought... You guys both flew a million times before 9/11. Did you ever think about a hijacking?
Yeah.
Never.
Well, I mean, just look at the security footage of Mohammed Atta and, one of the muscle hijackers getting into the airport. It shows right there. They got box cutters hanging out of their pockets.
Yeah.
You could see it on grainy black and white security footage. And that was completely normal. I'm just going to walk on a plane with a box cutter. I mean, are you kidding me? You try and get on with a 4-ounce bottle of cologne now, and it's like you brought a freaking bomb on.
Shampoo you can't take with you, but you can.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I mean Chris, and to your point, I mean, I just always picture the dudes in the front of that line, like, okay, we're gonna bum rush these guys, and somebody had to be first. Like, what's he got to defend himself? I mean, that guy
knows he's getting stuck.
Yeah, I mean. It's just, the whole thing is just so incredible, and
it really is.
Abu says the thing was shot down. I mean, there's audio of what happened. There's audio of them rushing the thing. There's audio of them talking about what they're going to do.
I can't follow those conspiracy theories.
Either.
I'll follow it, but not today.
No, I mean,
you want to talk to me about it tomorrow? All day long, I'll go back and forth with you on it. Today, on the Remembrance Day, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disrespect any of the 2,971, I think, people that died on this anniversary. Tomorrow, thermite paint me all you want, missiles from the sky, whatever you want to talk about, HARP. I don't care. I'm all in tomorrow. But today, I don't want to hear it.
No, I mean, especially when you watch all that footage of just the suffering and the sorrow and everything that was happening. It's just, where do you come up with this crap? And I don't know. Like I said, I think it's extremely disrespectful to not only those who lost their lives, but also the families, that they left behind. And I just, it's one of the very few things in my life that will actually really get me pissed off. And I just don't understand it. But in any case, yeah, I think it's awesome you're doing this, Seth. Like I say, I mean, I completely agree. I don't think it gets the attention that it deserves. And,
Did it get any attention today by the media?
Very little. Fox had some stuff today. I'm sure some of the other channels did too. But I mean, one of the most important things I saw today, and I know they hated it, and I know it was pretty much a photo op, but watching Trump and Kamala Harris shake hands at the memorial, especially after what happened last night.
Well, now I feel more American now that they're buddies again. Great.
But you have to do that. You do have to do that when it comes to
optics.
A day like today. Of course, it's optics, but I still think it's a good optics when it comes to children and people watching. A memorial.
Well, what did our actual president do today to mark this occasion?
He had oatmeal.
There we go. I have to admit, I wonder what he was getting. Like there was a 4-hour plus ceremony because they literally read like all the names and they get family members up there to do it. I'm like, how is this dude? Hell, all of them pretty much. How are they going to stand there for over 4 hours? Like it's, they're not sitting down. Like, oh my god, this has got to be brutal. Like that's.
We don't have a president currently, I don't think, but. At least the other two that are running were there.
Did Biden show up?
Yeah, he was standing right next to Kamala
Was he
Harris.
there? I did not see any of the video.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there?
Who was that other dude, Seth? Was it Chuck Schumer or who is? I don't know these guys worth a damn, but there was somebody between, like Biden and Trump. There's somebody.
I don't know. I gotta see the video. I didn't. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I know there was somebody. I was like, is this like a handler to keep him? Is this like a divider? That was my first thought.
It was Dana White. He was preparing the next match.
It was. Yeah, because I know it was Trump, J.D. Vance, and then Rudy Giuliani on the one side. But then I wasn't sure who the dude with Kamala Harris and Biden
Maybe it was Tim Walz.
No, it wasn't Walz.
No, I think that's Bloomberg. All right, I'll put the picture up. I'm pretty sure that's shithead Bloomberg. See, there's the picture, right? And
yeah, it is.
Here's Biden. That's Bloomberg, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bloomberg, and then Trump, then Vance.
Schumer's on the other side of
catching some sun.
Yeah, I don't know who those people are. You know me. As much as we joke about things, Seth, I really can't stand politics. It just drives me nuts.
It's nothing better than when I get on your Facebook and I start going back and forth with you. It's pretty fun.
I love it. I wonder how many people actually think that we're serious, like the way that we bag on each other. It's like, wait, these guys are friends? Like, there's no way, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I find it funny because Seth will text me, be like, "I was going at it with your boy John again," and I'm like, "About what?" And he's like, "Oh, about this Kamala Harris." I'm like, John doesn't know shit about Kamala Harris.
Yeah, right.
I mean, not a damn thing.
Yep. I know one thing. I saw somebody posted a screenshot this morning. I'm like, this is the kind of shit that drives me nuts. It said like it was a fact check graphic, and it said like times Trump lied 33, times Harris lied 1, and I commented
1.
Yeah, I was like, look, let me put it to you this way. I don't know anything about her agenda or anything. Like, she's a mystery to me, to be honest with you. But I know one thing. I caught 3 things. I'm like, well, you're full of shit on that. So don't tell me there was one time. Like, that's the whole problem with everything is like, oh, because we like, we like Kamala Harris, we're going to say she didn't lie. Well, fuck that, dude. Tell the truth. Like,
well, maybe there was only one because she didn't make any points.
Yeah, that was good. She didn't give any points to check. She never gave a fact to check.
Yep.
Don't worry. Taylor Swift told everybody today to vote for Kamala Harris, so the world has been
great. I'm changing my vote today.
What's really sad about that is how many people that's going to sway.
That's what look.
That's disgusting.
On a serious note, I came home today and I told my daughter, if I see one fucking Taylor Swift album, one T-shirt, one fucking anything of Taylor Swift around this house, it's going straight in the garbage. I was like, you can listen to what you want in your room, and you keep that shit in your room. If I hear it coming from your headphones, your phone and your headphones are going in the garbage. And I don't care how much it costs. That money was mine that bought that stuff. So that stuff ain't lasting in my house anymore because
Seth says that now. But Seth says that now. But
I swear to God, dude.
If Taylor said, "If you vote for me, I'll put out a video of me finger banging myself," Seth would be right. Kamala, down for a vote.
That's absolutely not true, man. Look, she knows less about politics than John does, and she's got to sit there and tell people who to vote for. And that her influence sways a ton of people out there. And that's one, pathetic and sad that people are that fucking ignorant that they would actually follow a celebrity and vote for who they tell them to vote for. But the fact that she wants to even get involved in it makes me sick to my stomach because she knows better.
Well, anymore, these things are just, they're
it's a popularity contest.
Exactly. It's an exercise. It's an exercise in publicity. And I mean, if you look at it, I mean, think about this, like, how many people do you know that hate Donald Trump but couldn't tell you the first thing about what he's accomplished, what his agenda is? They just do the stupid blind orange man bad thing, but they don't have a fucking clue of what the guy's done. I mean, it's like you can't. That's why, like, I would never tell. Oh, you should do this. You should do that. Like, voting wise, like I will say, like I just mentioned in the comments, like, we can stop this division if stop going at each other. I mean, it's just like find a middle ground. But other than that, I'm not going to tell anybody anything because I'm ignorant to it. I have no right to pontificate about that shit. And so when people do that, it's like, shut up. Like, if you don't know, then why are you talking about it? Like, I'm not going to tell somebody how to fix the brakes on their car. I don't know how to fix brakes on a damn car. So why would I tell you how or why you should do it? Like, it's
now,
just stupid.
I do pontificate about who to vote for and give my opinion because I've spent the past 15 years of my life following politics. I mean, that's what I do for a living. Is to watch and research and to go to even CNN sites to read what they have to say about things. I mean, I am constantly following politics, and then I form an opinion based on what knowledge that I have. Taylor Swift couldn't tell you what a policy is if it slapped her in the fucking tits, dude. I'm so sick and tired of hearing these celebrities talk about stuff they have no knowledge about.
I still wouldn't mind seeing that tit slapping with the politics, though.
All right, maybe that would be fun. But slap her in the face.
Nice. Oh, my God, that's awesome. All right, well, I'll let you guys get back to what you're doing.
All right,
I don't
brother.
want to hijack anything, but great to see you. And, again, awesome job with that, Seth. That clip was excellent. So
I appreciate it, John. Thank you, man.
No problem. I was waiting for you to see that.
And we do have an episode of Bloom Doggy coming up in just a little bit talking about the fantastic 0-17 Browns.
I think you're gonna like my take in this one, Seth. I think we're gonna agree yet again.
Look at this.
We're bringing America together, you and I, like two people at a time today.
We are bonding ourselves and the country all in one. This is fantastic.
We are, because we are real Americans. Oh, sorry, that's your guys'
theme song of all time.
Oh, Jesus!
All right, take it easy, guys. Good
Later,
to see
brother.
you.
All right, see you, man. And there goes John.
Who got beat worse this week, Seth, Trump or the Browns?
Well, if Trump got beat so bad, then why does Kamala want to have another debate 5 seconds after walking off the stage?
Well, exactly. I mean, it was that last night that she said she wanted.
It was under 5 minutes after it ended. Because I looked at that. It was under 5 minutes after it ended. Because if we're going to transition to that, that's fine. We could start there. I honestly thought Trump lost. I really did not think Trump performed very well at all last night.
I don't either.
And I mean, Kamala didn't, but she did a fantastic job of baiting him, and he kept biting.
Oh, yeah.
He kept biting. He didn't stick to his points. He kept biting on the, she threw out a morsel of steak, and he went to eat the whole damn cow. He kept doing it. I thought he did terrible on it. So I was honestly really I was really surprised that she immediately came back with, I need to have a second debate. Did that not surprise you?
Yeah, it did actually a little bit. I mean, I don't know if she'll go with the Fox thing because she is literally she's a pussy, dude. I mean, she doesn't know enough, and she wouldn't be able to handle it if she went. I mean, she'll try to pick another network that is in her favor. Last time was a gangbang, dude.
Yeah,
it literally was. And Trump was the bitch. I mean, it was.
But you know what? Trump was the
piling on
bitch
top
that
of
kept. Trump was the bitch that kept pulling his pants down every time he was allowed to pull them up.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's him, and it's always been him because he gets butt hurt easily, dude.
Yeah.
And when she started talking about his rallies being less of a crowd, he should have shut his mouth and said "fuck you."
He should have just been like, numbers speak for themselves.
And then but he didn't.
No, he got all ramped up and got sidetracked with the "I took a bullet in the head for this," blah 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 blah. I was like, dude, stop.
But at the same time, I mean, it's tough when it's 3-on-1, dude. I mean,
I
if
agree.
it's 3-on-1 in a fight, generally the one is going to lose.
But
Like Bob
here's
said, unless you're
the
Steven Seagal, you're going to lose that fight.
Okay, but here's where Trump failed. Here's where I think Trump failed. And if I'm wrong, tell me. Instead of battling back and forth with her, Trump literally should have gone at the moderators. Trump should have gone when they kept fact-checking him and not fact-checking her. Trump should have immediately said, "Are you going to make her answer the question about the first 4 years? Are you going to bring up the fact that she said in a rally that she's going to take the guns?" Trump should have fired back at the moderators to say, "Hey, do your fucking job."
I totally agree. I mean, the first question was to her, and they asked her, "Are people better off than they were 4 years ago?" And immediately she went to, "I was raised in a middle-class household. My father was middle class."
Yeah.
She didn't answer the fucking question, but you know what? The moderators didn't push her on that. They didn't ask the question again and say, "Hey, look, you didn't answer the question."
No, but
every
where was
time that Trump tried to dodge a question, they went back and did it to him.
But why why didn't Trump look at the moderators and say, "Did she answer your question?" I mean, a simple "did she answer your question" would have either made them look biased purposely, or they would have fired back at her.
And see, I kind of agree with what Jake is saying. Okay, what would that have done? I mean, you only get so much time to talk.
I get that.
And your mic is done. You're shutting your mic off. And so you're going to waste your time. I wanted to hear policy last night. I didn't hear much of it from anybody. I did hear some Trump stuff. I still don't know what anything that Kamala stands for. They put up her agenda, her policy agenda online. Mm-hmm. And it was even proven that it was copy-paste. It was copy and pasted from Joe Biden's shit. I mean, Matthew's a fool. He probably doesn't even know what Kamala's policies are. I mean,
who does?
Well, that's what I'm
Matthew.
saying.
Who does? Somebody up here asked about the Haitians and the killing pets. That is a thing.
That is the thing. All right, here's the deal. So last night I was laughing hysterically because I contacted the city of Springfield, the city manager, and the mayor, both of which I've talked to off the air a couple of times because they had other issues up there with illegal immigration or down there, wherever the hell Springfield is at. And so I had already previously talked to them, and I called them, both of them not answering their calls to come back on the show this time. And I talked to the woman at the city manager's office, and she said, "We'll put your name down and we'll get back to you." So she sent me a fucking email, a release, and it was verbatim what they read on ABC last night. They have a standard release that they're sending to every single news outlet, including the one that was on the debate last night. It was the same release saying, no. We have no reports of this, no reports of that, no reports of this, no reports of that. That's bullshit. The people there are saying it. The people there are talking. And the city manager is not going, and the city alone is not going to admit to these kind of problems going on. And they sent the same exact release that little old Seth got on the Bob France show to the ABC staff that was doing the debate last night. It's a bunch of fools.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard from people in Springfield that it's a thing. Now, do I know? Have I sat there and watched somebody eat some fucking K-Gogi or whatever? No, I have not. But that doesn't mean that it ain't going on. Personally, I'm for it. Go ahead, eat the fucking pets. What do I care?
Well, I
don't have a dog.
I would prefer if they don't eat my dog. Yeah, that would be kind of awful. I mean,
I don't
love
have
my
a dog, and I could give two shits. I'm not a pet guy, so fucking kill them and eat them. I don't care.
Hey, look, I have a dog and 2 cats. I don't want them strung up in the back having shish kebab in them.
I still have a problem with the whole premise. What's the difference between a dog and a chicken? Nothing. One you buy a collar for. The other you lop its head off and you're happy to fucking make nuggets out of it. Stop. It's all the same.
Well, we're not talking about people on TV quoting what the city manager told us at ABC. That's what I'm saying. And it's the same thing they told me at 1420 WHK. I mean, that's what they said on TV. Like, we're not talking about the people on TV. We're talking about what the city manager said. City manager didn't say shit. It was the same release that they sent out to every other news organization, including me. It's a bunch of garbage. Who should we believe? The people or the city officials? Yeah.
Well, the city officials would never lie.
No. I guarantee you, if I went out there and was saying some shit about Broadview Heights that was true, the mayor wouldn't all of a sudden go, "Yep, he's right. We suck. This city is terrible. Don't move here."
Come on. It's there's people saying that it's happening in the town. You know, I mean, I'm looking right now to see if I can find some actual video of somebody eating a cat or something. And if I do, I will show it.
Boy, am I glad I jumped off the show before Aiken went down this
road. Part of it is John, I know John's listening, which is why, because he's such a fucking pet enthusiast.
Obviously, somebody knows John. John is a pet lover, so this may sway his vote.
Well, there it is. John will vote for Kamala. Or maybe he'll vote for Trump because he's actually for stopping the pet eating. Where Kamala just laughed it off as bullshit.
Yeah, she was just cackling once again. You know, and I heard somebody else say today, if anybody wants to join the show, again, the link is at the bottom of the screen. I heard somebody say today about what was it? I lost my, Trump was going on and on and on about this fucking pet thing. Kamala was just sitting there giggling about stuff, dude. She had this stupidest looking grin on her face. I wanted to reach through the fucking screen and punch her every time that she grinned like that.
Oh, you mean like this video right here? Here, we'll put that right up on the screen. Just happened to be in my looking as we go. Here's Kamala.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
She's just cackling away.
And she looks fucking stupid, dude. I mean, and there were a couple of, quote, friends of mine on Facebook last night. Can't you see that Trump is lying about everything? I was like, dude, you were in your 70s. How the fuck are you this fucking retarded?
Yeah, good point. Good point, Evo. She just said, yeah, and fuck your pets.
That's it.
Maybe I'll vote for her then.
We have ABC reading the exact same release that I got. I'm sitting there, they start to read it. I'm talking to my wife. I was like, and I start reciting it. I have the email. Like, I can pull it up right now and read the same release.
Yeah, and the whole it is just a mess. I mean, after watching it last night, do you think it changed a single vote on either side?
I saw one person who I'm friends with, and who's been on the show, and she said something to the effect of, well, after watching last night, I'm going to vote for her. And I just said, she's an idiot. And I got more likes on my she's an idiot post than she got on her post that she's voting for. Fucking people. We're all crazy. I don't understand.
There you go. There you go. Have a little dog kebab.
What's
wrong with that?
They're tasty. I heard they're tasty this time of year.
Have a little dog kebab. I don't think those guys are immigrants, though. I think they're citizens.
How about this? In response to recent rumors alleging criminal activity by the immigrant population in our city, we wish to clarify that there have been no credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. Additionally, there have been no verified instances of immigrants engaging in illegal activities, such as squatting or littering in front of residents' homes. Furthermore, no reports have been made regarding members of the immigrant community deliberately disrupting traffic. Thank you. Signed, the city manager's office.
Oh, that's nice.
Fucking people. Forget about the people that are on TV saying it's happening. Nah.
Here's another video. Here's somebody being arrested for eating pets. Because this isn't happening.
So you have a right to remain silent on anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney if you can't afford one, won't be appointed to you at state's expense. You have a right to have that attorney present during any questioning. You have a right to stop answering any questions once they begin. Do you understand your rights? Do you understand?
Apparently not. Maybe she's not going to admit
Smile
to it.
for me. Smile with your teeth. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Get in there. It's ridiculous.
Well, they're certainly arresting her for eating a cat.
Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with me.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah. She said, but it's blood on the blood on her shoes. She said she stumped it out.
Look.
No, it's not happening. Not at all.
It's not happening anywhere. I don't understand. I mean,
that was staged.
Why did the rhinos send it? Exactly. I mean, there's whatever. But Kamala doesn't care about Springfield, Ohio. Kamala doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, well,
Kamala's lying to you so that she can get your vote, and then when she gets elected, which she probably will, this country's going to change forever. Look, I got one leg. I ain't probably bad kidneys. I ain't too long for this world, anyways, man. So I'm hoping and praying that it gets better at some point for my daughter, and the future of America. I worry about.
It's a bad time, man. I mean, it's the debate last night, and just whoever said she only lied one time. Well, that one time better have been when she said that she's not for taking the guns. Good God, we played that clip on the show where she said she was taking the guns. She was going to use executive action to take the guns. And then last night it was just, Walls and I both have guns. It's like, yeah, that's fucking convenient, isn't it?
Yes, he has a gun
That's
attached.
real convenient.
He has a gun attached to his cowboy outfit that he likes to dance in.
Yeah, he's got a gun attached to his lips made out of flesh. Fucking dick-sucking faggot. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I fucking can't stand that weirdo. Ugh.
When's that debate?
That's going to be just a... You know what that's going to remind us? I'm not sure when that is, but do you remember when, what's his name? Perot had that half-demented general or whatever that came as his vice president? Do you remember that?
Yes.
That's what this debate's going to be like. Walls is an idiot. Walls is an absolute buffoon. And Vance, I watched some Vance last night after, like he was being interviewed by somebody after, and he comes off pretty regular, really. You know, not overly political either. Like he comes off kind of regular, and I just can't see that between him and Walls.
I've met Vance a couple of times. Always been very nice to me. October 1st.
October 1st, okay. Well,
I mean, the good news is I don't think a whole lot of people watched it last night. So.
Oh, you don't think so?
Yeah. Trying to look that up and see exactly.
Well, while you look that up, I'll just put up a newspaper headline of something going on. Woman arrested for allegedly eating cat, eating it in front of the neighbors. Guess that's not happening. Not happening.
Not happening anywhere.
No.
Quit saying it.
Not happening in Stark County on August 20th.
Just start cackling and it'll all go away.
That's funny. Yeah, that debate was something else, man.
I'm sad though, man. Like, I really didn't want to watch it. Like last night, I decided when I got home, I was tired, and I was like, I'm gonna sit down. And my thing at night is I like to have these strawberry sugar-free popsicles because it's the only thing that tastes like sugar, but isn't really sugar. And there's no calories in it. And I was like, I'm gonna just sit down and have a popsicle. Maybe I'll have two because I don't want to watch this garbage. And I'm just gonna sit down. Watch some TV and chill out. And as soon as I sat down, I made the mistake, turned it on. It said like 45 seconds till the debate starts. And then all of a sudden I was saying words, dude, that I don't even know if they're actual swear words. I was inventing fucking swear words sitting there because my daughter's roaming around. And I realized I was using the word, the C word too many times around my kid. And so I just started making shit up because I couldn't take it. Like, I'm defriending people on Facebook. I'm calling them fucking assholes. Like, family, friends. I'm saying, don't ever fucking call me again, you cocksuckers. And I'm like literally, I'm exploding or imploding. I don't know what you want to call it. And I can't watch it anymore. I turned it off with like 20 minutes left. I was like, fuck this.
I just know I was doing my Chris Aiken Presents show last night when the debate started. And out of nowhere, my phone just started blowing up. It was
including from me,
including from you, and there was several other people that had the exact same sentiment. But just out of the blue from you, I get, and I didn't know what's going on because I obviously wasn't watching it at the time. And out of the blue, I get this text from Seth that just says, "She is a cunt," and I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And I really wanted to end my other show to tune in because I was like, what could she possibly be saying? This couldn't have been 5 minutes into the debate.
Yeah.
And you were already on fire. I was like, oh my God.
I started telling my daughter, if you ever vote for somebody like this, I will never talk to you again. I will disown you. I'm telling people online, go fuck yourself. Like, it got really ugly for me for like an hour. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to take some cough medicine. I'm going to crank one out. I'm going to go to sleep.
Nice.
I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'll watch the recap on TikTok and go to work.
That's right. Crank one out, run in the bathroom, take a Kamala, and go to bed. I can't stand looking at her, man.
Either.
She really is an annoying bitch. She's got what do they call that, mad bitch face?
Yeah.
She's got that mad bitch face all the time. And her voice is annoying. Forget her policies. I know her policies are straight out of the Marx handbook, but is it just me or is her voice itself annoying as shit?
Everything about her is annoying as shit. And look, I heard the other day, if you make fun of her and call her stupid or annoying or this or that,
whatever,
and you're a sexist and you're
okay,
racist and everything else. Okay,
fine.
Well, I am. And if that's what you want to call me, then fine. You know what? I hate Taylor Swift for the same reasons. I find her completely fucking annoying too. So I'm definitely not racist because she's white, I believe. I have utmost respect for my wife and love her and respect the fact that she works hard and she's been, there for me and everything else. So I don't hate women. In fact, I love women. In fact, I cherish women. You should look at my phone and see how much I cherish women. And and so I am not a sexist. I am not a racist. I'm not a homophobe. I'm none of those things. But if that's what you want to call me, then call me that. She's a fucking cunt, and I hope that she loses by a landslide.
Yeah.
And if you want to vote for her, don't talk to me anymore.
We don't have to worry about people calling names anymore. They have so devalued a name call that it just doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
It just doesn't matter. Oh, you're a racist. You're a homophobe. You're fat. You're this. You're that. So what? Who cares? Who cares what you say, blip on my screen? You're nothing to me.
I truly believe that forget about Donald Trump because Donald Trump is the least of my worries. I'd vote for anybody that is against her. I wish RFK was running. I wish that DeSantis was running. I think that, to be honest with you, if DeSantis was running, this thing would be over and we wouldn't even be talking about debates because, one, he would bury her into the ground.
Yeah.
And two, I think that people would be completely fine with DeSantis. They just hate Trump with such a passion. So I think if it was anybody but Trump, and screw Trump. I don't even like Trump half the time.
Yeah.
But if you vote for Kamala, you're against our country and you're a traitor to our republic. That's what it comes down to. If you are a Marxist, a Maoist, a communist, you're going to vote for Tim Walz and Kamala Harris. If you actually give a shit about our country, you'll put up another 4 years of Donald Trump and then figure out who the next one is who's better than him to vote for. You're not voting for the fucking person here. You're voting for the policy. Forget about the fact that Kamala is the most annoying human being on the face of the planet.
Right.
Forget about it. And forget about the fact that Trump is a douchebag, cheater, and everything else you want to call him. We are voting on policy. And if you want communism, Marxism, Maoism in this country, then vote for the Democrats because and you're a traitor to this country.
Sure. I got to admit, we were wrong on Vivek.
I like him.
I like him too. And we both said no fucking way, but I like him. And wouldn't that have been fun to have a full-time Indian versus a part-time Indian in the race? That would have been fun.
But I did say from the very beginning that he has no shot in hell of actually, winning.
But if he gets in the cabinet this year, which he likely will if Trump wins, I think he does have a shot later. Don't you think?
I think he does. I still think DeSantis is the front runner.
Probably. Yeah, DeSantis, I saw DeSantis interviewed after the debate last night too. He comes off presidential.
He does.
If you would have, I agree with you. If he would have run instead of Trump, he wins this thing with 70% of the vote.
I mean, he talks presidential, he acts presidential, and he doesn't take shit from anybody.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care what you think, but he's not as brash and harsh as Trump is. I mean, Trump tries to not take shit from anybody, but then sometimes comes off look like a moron.
Well, Trump's a spoiled guy. He's been a fucking elitist for his whole life. He's not used to anybody challenging him on anything. He's a billionaire.
And look, his gimmick of being a non-politician really worked in 2016.
Yeah, it did.
And I think a lot of people, even some Trump fans, are kind of like, all right, dude, I'm tired. I'm tired of all this. I'm tired of all.
Well, I think people are tired like you. People are tired like you that are cutting friends left and right because they can't deal with the Trump hate. And you would rather see DeSantis than Trump just to not have to deal with all the fucking bullshit that comes with voting for Trump.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you how many people that I've lost, including last night, of people that know that voting for Kamala is wrong. Yeah. Know that it's wrong for the country and are hoping that there's something a system of checks and balances that will keep our country going strong and we'll be okay. But they hate Trump so much that they don't give a shit what happens.
I disagree with Scott here. DeSantis is polarized. People don't like him across the country. I don't disagree with his point, but I'll say that he's a whole lot less polarizing than Trump.
Without a doubt.
I'd imagine most lefties don't even know who DeSantis is. Other than saying, well, he's the guy from the COVID state.
Yeah, I don't think that Scott's right on that one. I don't think that he's nearly as polarizing as Donald Trump. And look, just because he's on the other party, that's the way our system works. We always have one party against the other. Somebody's going to be more polarizing. You don't get to run for president unless you are somewhat polarizing. But I don't think that he has the hate that Trump has.
Yeah. Trump truly hates Kamala and Biden.
And people hate him.
Oh, I'm sure. Of course they do. And I don't blame Trump for hating him the way that they nuked him with the lawfare and all that other shit. I mean, yeah, I'd be fucking hateful too.
I mean, look at her playbook last night. How predictable was it? Mm-hmm. You knew that within 20 minutes of that debate starting, she was going to bring up, "You're a convicted felon. Why would anybody want to vote for a convicted felon? You should be in jail." Blah, blah. I mean, like that's what got me with the guy on Facebook who's a family friend. He was like, "He'll be in jail soon." I said, "Really?" I said, "I hope you ride in hell." And I clicked off, unfriended him, and he'll never call me again.
The funny thing about the whole thing is, and again, this is where I think Trump missed it. Trump's answer, because Trump goes out, and I saw that part of the debate. I think I saw it in replay. I didn't see it live, but Trump went on to say, well, it's all trumped up charges and blah, 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 blah. You know, went on a big tirade about the charges. Yeah. His answer should have been, and again, this is me who, you know, I'm a big political pundit, right? But his answer that would have made a whole lot more sense would have been, even if I am a convicted felon, people still will benefit more from me than you. Boom. How do you come back from that? That would shut Kamala right the fuck up, because then she's got to defend her own policy, which is where Trump failed last night. He didn't make her defend herself.
Absolutely. And the moderators didn't sure as hell we're going to help him.
No, not at all. But I just think that's Trump got played last night really hard. I think he got played. He took the bait. I think if they have another debate, that won't happen again. I think Trump will not get suckered in, and they'll try that same thing, and it'll be a disaster for Kamala.
But I mean, like, even Trump was kind of backing off the next debate thing this morning. I was listening. I was watching Fox this morning, and they had him on. Fox and Friends had him on this morning on the phone, and they asked him about the debate, and they asked him about doing it with Fox, and they said that Brett Baer and Martha McCallum were going to be the moderators that Fox is going to put out there. He said, "I don't want that." He's like, "I don't like Martha, Brett, whatever." He's like, "I want some real Fox people like Jesse Waters, Sean Hannity to be the moderators," because he wants somebody that's going to attack Kamala Harris. And so even with Fox, Trump was kind of backing down a little bit on doing another debate. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see a need for another debate.
I mean, his words were, look, they want to do another debate because, you know, I won. Now, I don't agree with that, but that's what he thinks. And they did ask for a debate awfully quick.
I mean, dude, it was so fast. It was like I said, I looked at my phone. I looked at the time. It was under 5 minutes from when it ended. And it was already floated out there. Hey, Kamala wants to have another debate. Why? Why does she want to have another debate unless she got smoked? And I don't think she got smoked per se, but I think they probably saw the early returns. And the early returns were bad for Kamala. You know, the early polling or the immediate polling or whatever they call that was really bad for her because people were right away saying she didn't answer a fucking question.
But you know, CNN, MSNBC, all those fuckers are going to be out there saying, "Oh, she was the best." Blah, blah, blah. She put it in place and everything else. Look, whatever. I mean, it's just annoying to listen to because my question for you is, how many people do you think actually changed their minds last night?
None.
I mean, I wonder how many independent swing voters were actually caring, or you know.
First of all, I don't even believe that's a thing. I don't believe that's a thing. Do you believe that there's a 6% of the American people that are going to vote that really don't know who they're going to vote for? Come on.
By this time, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that at all. I believe everybody knows who they're going to vote for. These debates are a waste of time. They're just a waste of time to give us something to talk about.
Do you think RFK giving his votes to Donald Trump is going to help Donald Trump? Or do you think people are actually going to listen to RFK and change their votes? And I mean,
I don't think Taylor Swift coming out tomorrow and saying, you know what, I changed my mind, I'm voting for Donald Trump, is going to convince those fucking people that are voting for Kamala to switch teams. I don't think anybody is going to change the vote.
You think
people are dug in.
You think Dave Grohl coming out as a cheating, stupid bastard is going to change people's votes since he hates Trump?
Well, I don't know if it will or not, but boy, it isn't karma fun. Isn't karma fun when an asshole like that told everybody to go get shots or they couldn't come and see his fucking faggot-ass band? You know, oh, you can't come and see us unless you're vaxxed. Guess what? Your dick wasn't vaxxed, motherfucker. Enjoy that $150 million that you're going to lose in divorce court. He's going to get smoked in divorce court. You know why he came out and made that statement?
Why?
Because there's more coming.
Yeah, probably.
This is Tiger Woods 2.0.
It's sad, man, because that guy put on, not to change topics, but we're almost done anyways. That guy used to play that role of being, oh, I'm a super duper guy, and he'd bring children up on the stage. And
still does.
Probably his other kids, but he'd bring them up on stage to play guitar and stuff like that. And oh, look how great I am, and all the women loved him. Oh, look at this guy. And he's a fucking douche. I'm
Yeah,
so happy about that.
But I'm sure this was the only time.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Because in the 30 years that he's been a touring musician, I'm sure the only time he ever cheated on his girlfriend or wife was this one time, and he just happened to have a kid. Get out of here. Get out of here. I can't wait to see the litany of Denny's waitresses and fucking strippers that are going to come out in the next 5 months saying, Dave Grohl fucked me too. Here's little Dave. I can't wait. There goes my condom right off of my dick. Fuck you, asshole.
It's Dave Deshaun Watson Grohl.
I hate Dave Grohl, so I am thrilled that he's getting fucked over in this one.
I just hated him because my wife thought he was all attractive and stuff, and now I can say, look, but he's a cheating, lying bastard.
I hate him because he because he got people killed, in my opinion, by making them fucking get vax cards and vaccines in order to go and see his dumb fucking show.
He's an idiot.
Fuck him. Karma's a bitch, motherfucker.
Did not change a thing. The debates had more of an impact 30 years ago. People have more info at their fingertips. Absolutely.
Well, that's it. First of all, why do we need to have it on one of these major networks? Why can't we have it on X? Why can't we have it on Facebook? Where there's immediate. Why do we need a moderator? How about you have a moderator that's fun, that's reading questions and takes them live from fucking an X chat or whatever they call that?
I'd much rather have an audience asking questions.
Yeah.
And then, they should shut your mic off if you don't answer the question. If you start saying something else, click
off.
And then go on, the other person gets to talk.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're not going to answer the question, shut the mic off.
Agree with that too. Enough with this. What is your stance on fracking? Well, before I tell you my stance on fracking, let me go back 3 hours ago to when I said that, fuck you. Answer the question.
What's your stance on fracking? Well, Donald Trump is a dick. Click.
Yeah. Click out. Goodbye.
It's on both sides too. I'm not giving Trump a pass on that. There are plenty of times I was watching last night where they asked him a question and he started answering something else, dude. He did the same fucking thing. They're asking about the economy. All of a sudden, he's going to immigration.
I agree.
What he did do was at some point during that long, whatever you want to call it, about immigration, he tied it back to and said, but in immigration, illegal immigration has a lot to do with our economy, which it does. But you got to answer the fucking questions that they're asking.
Yeah. I'm putting that up too. The candidates would never agree to those rules. Why do we have to have the candidates agreeing to the type of debate that they're going to have? It's a debate. It's supposed to be people asking questions and you share your points. It's not supposed to be a crafted place for you to fucking spit out your platform. That's what your campaign speeches are for. That's what your campaign trail is for.
If we're not going to agree to it, then there is no debate. Then you don't get to fucking do it.
Then the other person gets to come up and spend an hour and a half telling their side.
Doing everything that they want to do. That's it.
Yeah. You don't show up, you don't show up. Fuck you. Elon Musk should I'll just use Elon Musk as an example. Musk should just throw it out there. I'm willing to have a debate on October 5th at 9:00 Eastern. Whoever fucking shows. And if it's Trump, yes. If it's Kamala, yes. If it's both, better. But if not, the other one gets the whole time to speak. Why is that a problem? Don't be beholden to these assholes like they're royalty. They're not royalty. They're not royalty. Make them talk. Make them answer our questions. Exactly. What's more important if you want our fucking vote? Your opinions on your issues or my questions on my issues?
And if
I'm voting for you.
Jake said then they won't do the debate. Well, then don't
do it. Then don't do it. Then just don't do it.
Well, my night would have been a lot better last night had I not had a debate on to watch on TV. I'd have been kicking back, eating my popsicles, and happy, and not use the C word 500 times.
Yeah. If they don't show up, then they don't show up. It's that simple. And it would further expose what a bunch of cucks the actual mainstream media is. Because the mainstream media are just a bunch of cucks.
Elon offered that in May. Trump and others said no.
Yeah, well, then fuck him.
Should have done it. Was RFK. Well, then he should have done it.
Well, then Elon should have done it without him.
Exactly.
And nobody gets to make any points. Nobody gets to contradict anything that Elon says. How many people would think about it? Let's say that I'll just throw a scenario out there. We're going to host a debate on X moderated by Elon Musk and Tucker Carlson. And if nobody shows up, then these two are going to pontificate about what they think about the election.
Right.
How many people would watch no matter who showed up?
I would.
Millions, right?
Yeah.
Every time Tucker Carlson turns on a camera, 6 million people look. So you would get millions of people watching it. So now the incentive is there. And if they want to come on and be part of it, cool. And if they don't, then don't. And if one comes on and the other does. And you know what? The other stipulation should be on this as well. It shouldn't be leaked who's coming. Yeah. They should do it in an undisclosed location and no leaks about who's coming to the debate. We're turning the cameras on at 9 o'clock. We will tell this person or that person where to be at 8:30. Yeah. so that if they're in town, they can make it. If not, then fuck you. Be there or don't.
I have to agree. But I think it's about that time, my friend.
I think it is. I think it's time for the nice Seth country song, and then we'll flip over to Mines, and we'll do the dog pound details over on bonus time today.
Talk about Deshaun over there too. A little lighthearted stuff.
That's right.
Tonight went quick, and I appreciate everybody who was watching today. It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Who's Rodney?
Yeah, we shared her.
But thanks, Rodney, for joining late. I apologize, but we are done. We are going to talk to you again on Monday.
That's right.
We will talk to you on Mines. It's cheap to join Mines.
Yep, it's only $5. Seth Williams show on Mines.
And then you get extra content every Wednesday.
Yep.
And so thanks again for everybody listening. We will talk to you on Monday, or we'll talk to you in about 2-3 minutes on Mines. We'll see you there. Have a great rest of the week.
See ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.